Hello, this is Cerece Ronnie Murphy, and you're watching Loading Snacks on RIP TV.
Excellent.
Loading Snacks.
What it do, snackers and snackettes? It's Gage at Baltimore Comic-Con.
Comic-Con?
Okay, 2015. And, of course, again, I'm Gage. I'm with
Coop.
and
New Joker.
and
know where I'm at, Sin right here.
and this is
Hi, I'm Cerece Ronnie Murphy, author of the Order of the Seers sci-fi trilogy and the newly out Ellis and the Magic Mirror children's book.
So, do me a favor. Talk to me before we get into Order of the Seers, because there's a lot of this here.
Yeah.
Talk to me about this children's book.
Oh, sure. Well, Ellis and the Magic Mirror is about a little boy who discovers a magic mirror and finds out that there are trolls hanging out in his school trying to stop children from learning. And the book takes you on an adventure as Ellis, his little sister Freddie, and his best friend Toro go into the forest and try to find out what the trolls are up to and stop whatever they have planned.
Now, that's your newest thing?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. I like it
thanks.
already.
It's,
Now, you write it.
Yes.
Did you do the illustrations as well? Or
There is no possible way I could have done the wonderful illustrations in this book. They were done by a wonderful artist by the name of Gregory Garay.
Okay.
And he takes all the credit for the beauty of the
Okay.
book.
I just wanted to make sure you got credit.
No, absolutely, absolutely.
So now, talk to me a little bit about Order of the Seers.
Yes. Order of
What
the
this is.
Seers is a sci-fi trilogy about a group of people who can see the future and they're enslaved for that ability. And the book's all about how they escape the organization that's trying to exploit their gift, how they reclaim their power and ultimately start fighting back. So it's lots of action, adventure, suspense, and a little bit of romance in there too.
Okay. Now, how long have you been working on this?
Each book took about a year to write.
Okay.
And I published the first in 2012, and the last book in the trilogy came out September 30th, 2014.
Fresh.
Yes.
Fresh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, it's a trilogy. It's complete. Do you feel, is there a little bit of woosah that it's
There's a lot of woosah, but I miss my characters. So yeah,
so
but
now
that
what?
doesn't mean I'm gonna resurrect them
Okay.
and start.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to move on with other characters and books. I'm working on a 2-part space opera.
Okay.
And I'm working on actually a love story because I just needed something completely different
Right,
from
right.
what I was doing.
So now, where'd you draw your inspiration from for Order of the Seers?
I would say, well, first of all, I got the idea for the trilogy while washing the dishes. Yeah, which was totally random. I've been a sci-fi fan since my mom took me to see Empire Strikes Back at the Uptown Theater in DC.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, when I was 8 years old, and I've just been going ever since. But yeah, but the idea itself came to me while washing the dishes. But I think it's a culmination of a lot of just questions that I've been asking myself and just sort of your internal spiritual exploration that then sort of feeds into the book.
I think that's cool. Now, how did you go from doing something like this into a children's book like this?
Great question. About a year ago, my son asked me, my son was 6 at the time, and he picked up the first book in the trilogy and he said, "Mommy, can I read it?" And I said, "No, baby, this is for adults, you know, you gotta wait a little while." And he frowned and he said, "Can you write me something that I can read?" And I was so honored. And at the time, you know, my son's a really good reader. He could read above grade level, but we couldn't get him to really shift from storybook to chapter book.
Okay.
And I asked him why, and he said, "Mommy, there's so many words and no pictures."
Right.
And so when he asked me to write him a book,
Sounds like
I
me.
knew. There you go, there you go. So when he asked me to write him a book, I thought, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to write a book that has a more developed reading level, but they're going to be fully in color illustrations on almost every page.
Great.
To kind of draw that reluctant reader in. And so we worked on it together. He's actually listed as author in the book.
Wow.
I pitched a story. He was my editor. He said, "Mommy, I like this, but I don't like that.
Wow.
You need to add my stuffed animal Chirpy and my skateboard into this." And I just incorporated all his ideas.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's
it was
really
a lot of fun.
cool. That's really
A lot
cool.
of fun, yeah.
I like that. I mean, I have a little one who's about that age. She's 6 now, and it's hard to find stuff for her to read that she, you know, will stay with. Like you try, there are certain things like a Junie B. Jones or something like that in their chapter books, but it's hard to hold their attention sometimes.
And you've seen this,
Right.
you know, you go from storybook and there are all these vibrant colors and everything, and then you get to chapter book and there's these like gray sketches, and they're all like small, and for that for that reader that needs that visual stimulation,
rough transition.
it's a rough transition. So this book, if you're experiencing that, and I know a lot of parents in my son's age group were, this book can help. Lots of action, adventure.
I really like that. Now, where are you based out of?
I am based out of DC.
Excellent. Excellent. Right around the corner.
Yes, yes. Born and raised, very proud of it.
Home for most of us. I can dig that. So now tell me, or tell the people watching, where they can find your work.
Oh, okay. Well, the books are available. The Order of the Seers trilogy is available in paperback and Kindle on Amazon. So you can also find it at Barnes & Noble. You can also find it at your local bookstore, your independent bookstore. Support them. So if they don't have it on the shelves, you can just tell them to look it up and they can order it for you. So support them.
Excellent.
But you can also get it from my website,
Okay.
www.cerecerinmurphy.com. And the same is true for Ellis. You can find it on Amazon.
Excellent.
Yep.
Now, one more thing. You did tell us that you are going to New York Comic Con.
I am going to New York Comic Con.
Excited?
I am so excited. It's
You
my
should be.
4th year there.
Really?
New York Comic Con was my first con. 2012,
Really?
I had one book. I had no idea that it was 100,000
That's a
people.
pretty serious con for a
Yes,
con.
you just jump in, but it was wonderful. There was such a great reception for the book, and I just have been coming back every year.
And so now you're doing a panel this year.
I am doing a panel called The Next Big Thing. It's on Friday at 1:30, and it's all about independent artists and how we are taking the world by storm.
Excellent. And you may Periscope this?
Yes, I'm going to try to. Now, the technical, Cerece is not so with the technology.
Okay.
But all I need is someone else who's got the Periscope app, and we will hopefully get it to you.
Okay. Well, listen, if you can Periscope it, will you put that information on your website or somewhere so people can see it and they will know it?
Absolutely
And we'll know
Yep.
that. That'll be great.
There you
Okay,
go.
well, listen, it has been great talking to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. for
Not a
stopping
problem.
by.
Anytime. This is brilliant. I'm really, really happy about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Gage signing off. Loading Snacks at Baltimore Comic Con 2015. Bro.
Loading snacks.